All right, here's all things Tektronix that I found at the Vintage Test Equipment Estate Sale. I'll start with the Silly-Scope. It is a 7603 with the instruction and service manual. It came with the 7L12 Spectrum Analyzer plug-in, and I also got a 7D20 programmable digitizer plug-in with the manual. Yeah, it's kind of funny. So I first saw this and I saw the manuals. I was like, oh, I'd really like to use the manuals to learn how this works. But I need a 700 series oscilloscope to use it. So I went and I was like, oh, there's a oscilloscope for 80 bucks. I'll just go grab that. And I didn't even realize it had the spectrum analyzer in it, which I'm actually much more interested in learning how to use. And then I also got these plug-in modules, amplifier, counter, timers. Yeah, those were 10 bucks each. Then I waited till day 2 and I got a set of 2 Tektronix 2710 Spectrum analyzers with the manuals for, I talked them down to 100 each. Because I was really curious why he was charging 300 for one and 200 for the other when they're the same thing. And it was day 2 for the sale, so I talked him down. Hopefully at least one works. All right, here's a few more pieces of test equipment that I got at the estate sale. I got a set of hot tweezers by the Mesa Corp for $6. I'm really excited about these. If they work, it'd be nice for removing surface mount capacitors. I got a HP signal generator. I got it for 100. And I got a HP multimeter. I've never had one this fancy before, I guess, or an old school digital one. I've always had the handheld, so kind of interested. Got that one for 30. Then I got this fancy isolation transformer. It's designed for medical equipment, but will definitely do the job for, test equipment, tube equipment. Got lots of inputs and outputs. Parts. I got a lot of parts at this sale. We'll start with some of the easy ones. $10 off on the brand new Deoxit. Super cheap on I got $2 for Super Wick or copper desolder. $2 on a roll of Kester 6040. $2 on some hookup wire. And then I got lots of high quality capacitors. Some new, some pulled. For example, 3300 25 volt Rubicons, 6800 microfarads. This bin is full of caps. For example, new 70 volt 1000 microfarad. That's pretty nice. I mean, I'll definitely need that stuff eventually, hopefully. This one's much more random. Yeah. Caps. I got some orange drops. Always nice to see. And then some more, these are some CE brand. More caps. So, some hookup wire. Random ICs. I didn't have time to look through all this when I was there, so this is fun. JFET, op amps probably, transistors, some TO style case transistors, some more dips. Oh, those are cool. Old computer chips, some sockets. Yeah, so. This whole case I got for, it was 20 bucks. Got the some nice tools, $1 each. I thought these grips were just so funny. Just like the size of the grip for the size of the pincher, so nice. Got some Hakko and Weller replacement tips for $1 each. I got a bin of all of these fuses for 10 bucks. And then I got these fun little booklets, some inductor booklets for This was 10. All these little inductors already categorized. Got this book of, I think these are resistors. Yeah. All these little resistors. All organized. And then a booklet of capacitors. Tiny little guys. And then I couldn't help myself, and I got 2 stereos at the Vintage Test Equipment and Estate sale. I really don't need more stereos right now, but got this one day 2 for 30 bucks. I just really like the analog power meters, and I've never serviced a JVC before, and the sliders are pretty cool sounding like that. And then this Yamaha, yeah. They're reliable. I use one from my home theater. This one's probably from the early 2000s. And then it came with a remote, so that was nice. Then I got this box of, vintage receiver remotes. Some of them are just generic TV ones. We have Onkyo, Pioneer. This should be really nice. Some of these will be useful in the future. Mitsubishi. Here's the 3 non-vintage test equipment things I found at the sale. I seem to have grown an affinity for frogs, if that's a frog. Terracotta pot got it for $5. It should be pretty nice to put something in. Here's a vintage cast iron doorstop made by Virginia Metal Crafter. I got for 10 bucks. Has the original paint, which is kind of hard to come by. And I got a 4.5 inch Craftsman vise for 30 bucks. Made in USA. How you like that pot hide? Doesn't scare you? He doesn't scare you, kitty?